So lately I had a realization. I was journaling about my perfect daily routine that I could have in the next like 5 years. That is the timeline that I'm gonna be going to Germany for university and then come back. And I was writing stuff like, I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m. every single day. I'm gonna wake up at like 6 before the sun rises because we are competing with the sun. That's the point. And I'm gonna do my deep works in the morning, going really hard in my business. And then I'm just gonna be going to the gym, training hard, eating hard. And then in the evening, I'm gonna have this really fancy restaurant, this really nice date with a nice beautiful girl, and I was like visualizing that life that I wanted to have 4 or 5 years from now. What I realized was there are actually 2 things that I needed to focus on if I wanted to reach that life, and those 2 things are the 2 things in self-improvement that you can't really cheat as a man, and those are fitness and finances. You probably saw them from the thumbnail, so there are not really any surprises here. So when it comes to fitness, the reason why you cannot cheat fitness is because of the fact that if you want to be built like a man, that's gonna take at least 5 years, which means you are not gonna be able to cheat this. You cannot find a cheat code around the way unless you do steroids. And when it comes to finances, there are 2 ways for you to get rich, and those are 1, if you can build a business by yourself and if that business becomes successful, and 2, if you get to a really high paying job, which can be like a closer, like a high ticket closer, or like if you are a doctor. And in those 2 cases as well, it's gonna take a ton of time, but in a serious timeline, the lower end of the spectrum is you are gonna need to put in the work for years before you see any results. Thing is, what attracts women is the lifestyle that you have. And Chris from First Man actually has a really good video about this. I'm gonna put that on here, and you need to watch that video after you watch this. But the thing is, you can build that lifestyle, lifestyle that attracts the woman you want, like this, if you have the money. If you already have built your fundamentals, if you already have the assets. Most young men are focusing on the wrong things when it comes to dating. They're trying to focus on, for example, fashion, or DMing like as many girls as possible and cashing out right now, instead of building the fundamentals like fitness, finances, that are gonna make you the man you are supposed to become. And if you become the man you're supposed to become, that man already is going to attract the woman that you are trying to attract now. But the thing is, 99.9% of men do not get to that point. Why? Because they fuck around in high school, they fuck around in college, and then after at the age of 22, 23, they realize that, oh shit, if I want to win in the sexual marketplace as a man, I need to have things to my name. I need to have things that I can show for. I need to have I need to put points on the board, as Chris from First Man says. This is when it comes to your fitness, your finances, literally you're becoming a man. So I'm looking at from an 18-year-old's perspective, which means that I don't want to waste the next 4 or 5 years at all. I want to completely put in the work and essentially grind out to get the results much earlier than an average person is gonna get. And if you're watching this at the age of 16, even I know some people who are watching my channel at the age of 15, you have a big advantage in your hand, which is time. Time is as we all talk about it, the most precious thing that you have in your life. And the thing is, when it comes to the fundamentals of self-improvement as a man, you need time. Because it's gonna take 4 or 5 years for the fitness and 4 or 5 years for the business. And if you wanna do them together, it's probably gonna take a little longer than 4 or 5 years because it's gonna be harder for you to just go all in both of them. It's gonna take 6, 7 years to build that. So most people realize that the girls that they have been chasing are hanging out with the jacked millionaire now, and they just cannot compete. They made the mistake of cashing out too early while they literally had nothing, to their name, and now they're at a point where they don't have anything to show for. And am I gonna make that mistake? I hope not. I hope not. I'm not gonna make that mistake. I'm not an idiot. And the thing is, if you are watching this video, I hope that you're not gonna make this mistake as well. Do you want to win in the sexual marketplace as a man? I think if you're watching my videos, the answer is yes. And there are 2 things you need to focus on right now as a young man. And those are fitness and finances. You can't cheat them. That is the point. Get your ass into the gym. Start eating your protein. Start eating more. Start bulking up, building that size. And start learning how to make money, because making money is a skill that you can get good at. And these are the things that are going through my mind as an 18-year-old who is trying to improve his life and become a 1% outlier male in the next 10, 20 years, hopefully. I support you, keep crushing it, and let's get after it, brother. Let's go.